Longtime viewers will recognize I'm in beautiful Bonaventure Cemetery this morning, my favorite park in the city of Savannah. I've been doing low heart rate running for the last 3 months. It has been a frustrating process, but today I have a little baby milestone. I ran 3 miles today, or to be more accurate, a 5K, so 3.1 miles. With the low heart rate approach, and I did it in 10-minute miles. So what that means is my pulse never got above about 135. I can't say that with perfect accuracy, but it definitely didn't. At no point during the run did I see a pulse above 150. There might have been little spurts where it sped up. That happens. You know, there isn't a lot you can do about it. You hit a weird little hill or you trip on a rock and your heart rate jacks up for a second. But the majority of the run was nasal breathing at a very low heart rate, right around 130, even 120. And I ran it 10-minute miles, like a little faster than that actually. And this is a big deal for me, and I want to take a second and explain why. In the past, I've always been a runner. That's why I'm so skinny and girly looking, and also why I squat so badly. I just have bad mechanics. My mechanics are much better for long distance running, and also I suffered a catastrophic injury running. So it really hurts the whole ankle, knee, hip complex, and really makes me struggle with the lift, which is also partly why I love the lift so much. That's neither here nor there, but you get the idea, you know? In the past, when I've tried to reboot my running, I would start at distances no shorter than 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. In fact, there was a period of my running where I ran every day, and if I did a run under 3 miles, I didn't count it. It meant I had to run again later. And this took me 3 months to build up to a 3-mile run. Like 3 months. Now, was that overly cautious? Needlessly too slow? Yes, absolutely. But in defense of this tactic, I had a really good time this morning. I ran slowly. My stress levels were non-existent. And I clocked a pretty good pace. Like, not a great pace, but for the level of energy I was putting out, and kind of ridiculous pace. I don't want to say something stupid like I'm running better than I have in years or anything like that, because that just isn't true. But I can't think of a time that I've ever run 5 kilometers so effortlessly. Like, I listened to Arch Spire's Bleed the Future, which is a 30-minute technical death metal album. And I just had a really good time jamming out to those tunes, doing laps in the cemetery. My rebuild as a runner is almost totally complete. And I'm super psyched for this because I didn't think it was actually possible. There's still work to do, and it'll be another 9 months before I'm ready to give birth to this baby. But I'm really happy. I'm just really happy about it. Yesterday I said I'm starting Candido again. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to start doing 2 shorter workouts a day. So I'm going to do my Candido workout tonight. And right now I'm going to go home and do burpees and get a squat up. For the YouTubes, you know. I am not convinced this plan will work, but I want to try it because doing everything in one workout is just becoming obnoxious. So yeah, that's where I'm at today. Stay tuned, guys. All right. So once again, we're looking at this at 3 times speed. I don't suspect I'll do every video like this, so if it's really irritating to you, I apologize. but it is efficient just for the kind of thing I'm doing right now, which I've for no reason at all I've dubbed it my morning little sweeties. So this will be my morning workout, right? And it'll be a little bit of like a Metcon kind of thing, although not really. I'm not really going hard enough for that. Basically, it's my stretch, my meditation, my run, my burpees, and a squat, you know? And today I did 3 burpees and a front squat. I gave myself 20 minutes to complete it in because that's the time limit for the burpee war. I needed 27 burpees today, so I need 9 sets. And I just built up to my daily minimum, you know? I probably could have planned the intervals out better so that it worked out 9 like perfectly, but it wasn't super necessary. I ended up going in my favor anyway. And I had a kind of organic sense of how that would break down. Felt really good from the run, really good from my stretch. I'm doing a new mobility routine to, well, it's less a mobility routine and more a micro strengthening routine for my shit right ankle, which is, it's not even, it manifests in my right ankle. It's a cascading problem from my right hip. I spoke earlier about a catastrophic injury while running. And I mean, it's a combination of me being a stupid person, and I have hip dysplasia. My right hip is non-symmetrical to my left. It's open hip, rather than my left is more of a square hip. And like, this in and of itself isn't a problem and should never really be a problem. But years and years ago, I fancied myself a distance runner, and I raced a 50-kilometer race pretty aggressively, trained even more aggressively, and yeah, it cost me. Like, you know, it was super fun. I had a really good time. I love the community, and I paid for it, man. Like, that is not the kind of thing that you should really do just kind of, you know, on a lark, unprepared. And I did it anyway. And you know, my younger adult life is peppered with stories like this. Along with being a full-on alcoholic and drug addict, I was always getting roped into these weird kind of physical challenges that I was woefully unprepared for and unwilling to do the preparation for. But I just show up. I just show up and do it. And now I'm 45, soon to be 46. And I got to pay the tab on that. and I really hate that piece of shit, that past version of me, you know? Like, that guy's a fucking dumb bitch. And it really burns my biscuits that he got to do all that stuff. And I gotta rebuild. It doesn't feel like he has to do anything, because he's dead. But, you know, what are you going to do? Cry about it on YouTube, I guess. That's what I'm doing about it. This was a nice little workout. After my run, it felt really good. I was worried that the pace was going to be too much, that I would be a little bit worn down from the 5K. It wasn't the case at all. I felt good. The burpees felt good. The front squats felt good. I hit 155 very easily and could have pushed, but I am planning to lift weights this evening. So, you know, like, why would I push now? This isn't even my strength workout for the day. Now, 2-a-days. I guess 2-a-days are somewhat problematic, especially at my age, and I don't really have a reason for it. Like, I'm not training for anything. Yeah, I agree. You know, like, it seems a little needless, but here's the whole thing, right? I have a yoga practice. I have a running practice. I have a breathwork and meditation practice. these things in and of themselves don't take that long. But like, if I'm going to do all of it from beginning to end, if I'm efficient, it takes about 2 hours. Like all of my self-care stuff every day, from my breath work to my strength training. And I absolutely have the time in the morning. I could do it all beginning to end in 2 hours. Like, really, let's call it 2.5, because I dragged my feet a little bit. But the problem is those things back to back don't make a lot of sense together. The running and the strength training in particular, or the strength training and the yoga, although there are ways to finagle that, it just doesn't end up working out. So I'm gonna try this. Anyway, this is Joe in real life. I love you guys. Be good to each other today.